Hello, this is Ryan from Once Upon a Disney blog. Today I want to talk about Talisman Kingdom Hearts. So this is it's a couple years old, I guess now. It's not real new, but it's new as far as the Talisman collection of games goes. Talisman was a game I played growing up. It was one of my favorite games. They started developing IP ones with the Talisman, so there's a Batman one I haven't played. The Star Wars one just came out, which I have, which I really like. And there is a Harry Potter one coming out soon. So the Kingdom Hearts one I was pretty excited to get, and it's kind of what the instructions look like. It plays pretty similar to most Talisman games as far as kind of the board layout and getting to the middle and everything like that. There is some differences. You can't attack other players because you're all Kingdom Hearts characters, so you wouldn't fight each other. So that is the biggest difference, I would say, in this game. And unfortunately, my setup, I don't have enough room, honestly, to show the board. The board is pretty big. It's a lot bigger than the old Talisman game. And I know, like, the 4th edition, they did make the board bigger than the older one. The board is really nice looking on this game. It's pretty vibrant, and like I said, it is just huge. So I will show some of the board here, but it is pretty massive. I mean, you can see, just if I hold it up, it's a pretty huge board. And I'll just kind of you'll see some of it out here. It's pretty, yeah, it's going to take up a lot of your table, honestly. And what's nice, so you can see there's the spots here that, show you how many cards to pick. It's nice and real big to, it's really easy to see, which is nice. And honestly, I think the board is probably my favorite part of the game. There's cool things in here, like some of the rooms and stuff from like Halloween Town, and there's the library that's the different more Disney type areas, and then there's the other ones that are more just kind of straight out of Kingdom Hearts, the games and stuff like that. So here's some of the character. I really like the art on the cards here on the back, and then you have Goofy, King Mickey, Donald, your normal, and like Mulan, and then Sora and some of the other characters in here, and then so that's what their cards look like. And they have the typical strength, magic, your health, fate, and then all your objects and followers would go like down below, and then your special abilities, and then the Heartless, their cards kind of look like, let me move some of these out of here. The Heartless cards are like this, and they have all the same abilities. It's kind of like if you got turned into a toad in the regular Talisman, you're gonna for 3 turns be the Heartless. And so that's what those cards look like. One of the things I really like with this game is, and I know the 4th edition did it as well, and I'm not sure if the Batman one has it, but the figures, instead of just the paper that you put on the stand, they actually have that, like the plastic standees, which are really cool. And I could see painting these would be really fun and look really awesome. Here's Donald. So all the characters have their own standee, which is really nice. They're really cool. And some of the cards, let's take a look at. Oh, actually, and then here's one thing I like with these newer Talismans is, instead of just having cardboard for all the strength and health and magic and stuff like that, there's the little dials here, which are nice, and you can just kind of turn them every time you gain one. Those are cool. And some of the cards. So you have your different, what are these? These are different objects. So the objects have kind of this green back, and then gummy ship, ribbon, there's a bunch of different ones. You got your Dream Rod, and then they have all the abilities and stuff on the bottom there. So those are what kind of the object cards look like. And then the magic cards, or like your spell cards, are going to look like this. As far as I do like the art on the back of these cards. And then, you know, some of the art's kind of on some of these. You know, they're just kind of basic stuff. So, you know, here's what some of them look like. You have like a MP Haste, Sliding Dash, Blizzard. Whoops. So there's a bunch of different spell cards. And you have a couple magic objects here, which is, so obviously Keyblade, Kingdom Hearts. So instead of getting a Talisman, you need a Keyblade to get to the middle, to the door and win. So here's, like, they have a couple of the different Keyblades, which are, these are really cool. Oathkeeper, Olympia, all the different Keyblades. Those are really neat. And the adventure cards look like, are these all of them? Yeah, there's a lot. So they're going to look like that. And then typical to any Talisman game, you know, you have your followers, like here's Louie, Huey, Chip and Dale. And then there's event cards. They have like Jack Skellington. And what else? Enemies. Enemies are kind of sort of basic, kind of looking for some of these. You know, it shows you like the craft, what you have to fight. It's kind of small, but it's a 5. And you know what each one does and everything. But pretty typical to a Talisman game as far as all these cards go. It's just with Kingdom Hearts content. So, you know, there's a ton of these cards, just like the regular Talisman game. And then you have your money, or gold, are these cool plastic pieces, which are really nice. I like these, they look cool. So to buy objects and things like that, you're going to use those. And then just kind of your typical dice. And then there's different icons in here. And then there's a bunch of different ones in here. And so these are going to be like your fate tokens, so when you can re-roll a die. And then these are your adventure tokens that just apply to different things during the game. There's a bunch of different adventure card tokens. That's pretty much it as far as the game contents go. So as far as my opinions, I do like the game, and this is another one that, you know, is going to leave my collection, unfortunately, just because I don't see getting played a lot. I do think it's good, but when it ranks up to some of the other Talisman games and stuff, I feel like those will get played more than this will. There's not a sense of urgency so much in this one as the other. You know, you can't fight each other, obviously, and so you can't steal items and do that kind of stuff. So it's a lot more tame version, and you know, it is fun. It's just I just don't think it's as good as the regular Talisman or say Star Wars Talisman. So that's my thoughts on it. You know, if you've played this one, feel free to comment. You know, let me know if you liked it or disliked it, how it ranks with the other Talisman games. Yeah, let me know. Bye.